What if I told you that the life you're dreaming of isn't 10 years away? It's just 60 minutes away, not someday, not after college or after the kids grow up or after you figure it all out, but 1 hour from today. Sounds dramatic? Sounds impossible? Sounds like one of those motivational scams? That's exactly what most people think, because most people have been hypnotized by the myth of massive action. They believe change requires a lottery win, a big break, or 20-hour days. But let me tell you what Jim Rohn believed and what changed my life. Success is not something you pursue. It's something you attract by the person you become. And who you become starts with how you spend the next hour. This isn't a feel-good speech. This is a wake-up protocol. Because today I'm not just going to inspire you, I'm going to walk you through the exact practice that rewires your identity. Not in a decade, but in 365 hours, 1 hour a day, for 1 year. That's more than 9 full-time work weeks dedicated to one thing, you. And I know what you're thinking, just 1 hour? Really? How much can I change in 1 hour? Let me flip that question. How much of your life have you wasted by giving that hour away? Think about it, that hour you spent scrolling, that hour you spent pleasing someone else, that hour you spent numbing, delaying, doubting. That hour could have been the hour that launched your book, built your business, healed your health, saved your relationship, changed your future. And today you take it back. Not next Monday, not next year, today. Because by the end of this video, I'm going to give you one practice, one simple, repeatable, proven habit that, if done daily, will upgrade your life in every dimension: income, clarity, energy, relationships, identity. You don't need more time. You need one sacred hour. Not for the world, for your legacy. And if you stay with me till the end, you're going to learn how to turn that hour into your superpower. So if you're serious, lock in, because this isn't just a video, it's a decision. Will millions come to you? Maybe, but only if you stop losing hours and start building your reality with them. Let me ask you this. How do you start your day? Because how you start your day is how you shape your life. Most people don't rise, they react. The alarm goes off, they grab their phone. Messages, news, notifications, distractions. From the second their eyes open, they're plugged into someone else's life. And the worst part, they don't even realize it, because no one teaches this in school. If you don't program your mind in the morning, the world will do it for you. And trust me, the world is not programming you for greatness. It's feeding you urgency, fear, noise, scarcity, chaos. That's why the first hour is sacred. It's not just a routine, it's your ritual of becoming. It's the difference between a life on default and a life by design. So here's the shift. Before you touch the world, touch your future. Don't just wake up, rise up. Get up earlier, not to hustle, but to reclaim your soul before the world tries to rent it. That hour, it's yours, completely, unapologetically. So what do you do with it? Read 10 pages of something powerful. Write down 3 things you're grateful for. Visualize your goal like it's already here. Move your body. Breathe deeply. Sit in silence. Set your intentions. That's not a morning routine, that's a daily declaration. I am not available for chaos. I am building something sacred. You don't have to be a morning person. You just have to be a person with purpose. And if you win that first hour, you win the day. And if you win enough days, you win the identity that creates the life you dream about. So here's the truth. Your dream life is not waiting at 11 a.m. It's waiting at 6, before the noise, before the emails, before the scroll. This hour is your edge. And if you give it away, don't be surprised when you feel behind before noon. Protect it, ritualize it, honor it, because this isn't just how your day begins, it's how your new life begins. Let me be blunt. Once you take back your first hour, the world will try to steal it. Not with guns, with notifications, with gotta sec, with real quick, with fake urgencies wearing the mask of importance. And if you're not vigilant, that sacred hour disappears, gone. Not because you're lazy, but because you didn't protect what was yours. Let me say this clearly. This hour is not casual. It's not flexible. It's not for leftovers. It is sacred. It is strategic. It is non-negotiable. Would a pilot casually give away the control panel before takeoff? Would a surgeon check Instagram before the incision? Would a CEO answer spam calls during an investor pitch? No. Because what they're doing matters, and what you're doing in that hour matters. This is the hour that builds you, the hour that builds focus, the hour that builds the life no one sees until they can't ignore it. So you need to put up a fence, not out of rudeness, out of self-respect. Tell your family, tell your friends, tell your past self, this hour is mine. No calls, no texts, no scrolling, no exceptions. You wouldn't let someone rob your house. Why let them rob your future? Because here's the real cost. You don't just lose an hour. You lose momentum. You lose clarity. You lose the one vote you cast today for your future self. Discipline weighs ounces. Regret weighs tons. So be the one who says, if it doesn't grow me, it doesn't get my hour. This isn't just time management. This is identity management. Because the people who guard that 1 hour like it's gold end up living lives others can't afford. Protect the hour, and one day that hour will protect you. Let me tell you something that took me years to understand. Action without direction is just motion. Most people aren't lazy, they're lost. They're busy but not building, active but not advancing. They're running hard on a treadmill and wondering why they're still in the same place. Because they skipped the most important question, where am I going? You wouldn't build a house without a blueprint. You wouldn't fly a plane without a destination. Then why do you start your day without clarity? Before you open that book, before you write that goal, before you do one productive thing, stop, ask, align. Take 3 minutes at the start of your hour and ask, what am I building? What skill am I sharpening? What habit am I installing? And most importantly, why does it matter to me? Don't keep it in your head. Write it, feel it, speak it out loud. Because clarity on paper becomes action in life. As Jim Rohn said,
reasons come first, answers come second. And when your reason is strong enough, your discipline stops needing motivation.
let me give you a warning. If you skip this step, you might still feel productive, but you'll stay stuck. Because movement does not equal progress. Because checking boxes does not equal building dreams. Because hustle does not equal direction. Think of a man driving fast in the wrong direction. The faster he goes, the further he ends up from where he wants to be. So tomorrow, don't just start doing, start deciding. Decide who you're becoming. Decide what matters now. Decide the one action that pulls your future closer. Because when you act with direction, even small steps become power moves. And when you do that day after day, you're not just productive, you're powerful. Remember, speed without direction is wasted energy. But direction with consistency, that's unstoppable. Here's a truth that separates the average from the exceptional. Success doesn't come from what you know. It comes from what you do with what you know. You can read every book, watch every podcast, scroll every quote, but if you don't apply it, you're just collecting inspiration like it's a hobby. Let me be clear, learning is not enough. Learning without action is just mental entertainment. You don't become a speaker by reading about speaking. You don't build wealth by studying investments. You don't get fit by watching workouts. You grow by doing. That's why your hour isn't just for input, it's for implementation. Every single day, ask yourself, what did I learn yesterday? And what will I do about it today? Because 1 hour of practice beats 10 hours of theory. Every single time. And I get it, most people wait. They wait for confidence, they wait to feel ready, they wait for the fear to go away. But here's the truth no one tells you. Confidence doesn't come before action. It comes from action. You build confidence like a muscle by using it. Every time you try, you grow. Every time you fail, you learn. Every time you show up, you upgrade your identity. So what does this look like in real life? If you're learning to write, write something. If you're learning to speak, speak out loud. If you're building a business, make the call, pitch the idea, post the video. If you're learning design, open the app and create. Don't wait until it's perfect. Start messy. Start scared. Just start. Because repetition builds skill, and skill builds belief. And belief changes everything. Let me remind you, 365 hours a year equals 9 full-time work weeks. That's not random effort. That's a second life. If you use that time to not just learn but practice, your language would sharpen, your decisions would get bolder, your income would shift, your reputation would elevate, your confidence would feel unshakable. And all of that started with you deciding to apply what you know. One imperfect hour at a time. Stop consuming, start creating, stop preparing, start practicing, because the person who learns daily and applies relentlessly becomes untouchable. Let me say it plain. You don't change your life by changing everything. You change your life by mastering one thing: how you use your hour. That hour you used to waste, that becomes your edge, your upgrade, your revolution. Because here's what no one told you in school. You don't become a new person by dreaming harder. You become one by proving to yourself daily that you can show up, that you can rise before the world pulls you under, that you can build instead of binge, that you can direct your day, not drift through it. Let me give you the final practice, the one that takes everything we talked about and locks it in. The 1 hour protocol. 1. First 3 minutes, ask, who am I becoming? What matters most today? What will move the needle? 2. Next 40 minutes, learn plus act. Read 10 pages, journal, visualize, execute one bold task. Practice your future identity. 3. Last 5-10 minutes, reflect. What worked? What didn't? What will I refine tomorrow? Simple? Yes. Easy? No. Effective? Without question. Because this is how you rewire your life, hour by hour, habit by habit. You started with 1 hour, but you ended with a new identity, not by accident, not by luck, but by decision. Because here's the ultimate truth. Time is going to pass either way. The question is, will it pass with you drifting or designing? If you do nothing, a year from now, you'll still be scrolling, still overwhelmed, still watching others live their dreams. But if you give 1 hour a day to growth, to clarity, to becoming, 1 year from now, you'll look in the mirror and see a version of yourself you used to only imagine. That's the power of 1 hour. And it's not just about productivity, it's about purpose. It's about building a legacy while the world is busy reacting. So here's what I want from you. Drop a comment below. Tell me one thing you're already doing or ready to start to take back your hour. And if this hit home, like it, share it, subscribe, because we're just getting started. 1 hour, one decision, one new you. Let that be your story.